right. So make your way into a comfortable position on your back and let your attention come to your breath. Ground through your heels, your hips, your shoulders, the back of your skull. Feel the floor beneath you. And release effort, surrender, and find a slow, gentle breath. So, the focus of our class today will be to listen and to be gentle with yourself, to pay attention to sensation and how small, subtle changes can affect how you experience a pose or how you experience a breath. Your hands can rest at your sides, or if it feels good to you to place your hands on your body, bring all your awareness to the inhale and the exhale, to the expansion and the contraction, the rise and fall. Allow yourself to be breathed. And then notice where you feel your breath. Do you feel it in your belly, in your chest, in your back? Can you feel the air soft and warm on your nostrils? The slide of your breath in the back of your throat. What does being gentle mean to you? Invite in your Ujjayi breath now. Invite in more energy with your breath. Pull the breath down into the belly, into the bowl of your pelvis. And bend your knees. Place the soles of your feet firm on the earth. And begin to rock your pelvis with your breath. So that as you inhale, your pubic bone roots towards the base of your mat, your low back peels away. And as you exhale, your low belly draws up and in, tailbone lengthens, and your back presses to the floor. Inhale to tip your pelvis forward, lengthen your pubic bone. Exhale to lengthen your tailbone, tip your pelvis back, press your low back to the floor. Move with your breath and find the pause at the top and the bottom of your breath. We want to move with attention and intention. On your next inhale, as you root your pubic bone, reach your arms over your head. Find the pause, and then exhale, reach your arms towards your toes, lengthen your tailbone. Inhale, root your pubic bone, lift and lengthen through your fingertips. Exhale, arms drop to your sides. Tailbone lengthens, low back presses. Move with your breath. Move as deeply or as gently as serves your body. On your next inhale, on your next exhale, as you lower your arms, lift your hips high. Inhale, lower your hips and reach through your fingers. Exhale, ground your arms along your sides and lift your hips. Twice more. Full deep inhales, complete exhales. With your next exhale, pause, hips lifted, ground your arms, your shoulders, lift your heart, your hips. Feel the weight through all four corners of your feet. Inner thighs roll towards the earth as you lift your hips high. And then slowly lower your hips back to the earth. Find your strap. Hook your strap over your right foot. Send your right foot high, your left leg long. Root your pubic bone towards the base of your mat. Tone your low belly. Press through the soles of both feet and lengthen your right hip away from you. Breathe into the stretch. Let your hands slide down your strap so that you can open across your collarbones, the front of your chest. Exhale, ground through your left inner thigh, and inhale, open your right leg out to the right. Find 3 breaths here. With each exhale, ground your left leg, inner thigh, heel. And with each inhale, you open. Wait for the bottom of an exhale. And inhale to draw your right foot back to center. And take your leg across to the left. So keep the right hip rooted into the floor, and your leg comes across just enough to stretch through the outer line of your leg. Pull your toes a little bit more towards your nose to increase the intensity of sensation. Hug through your inner thighs, ground through your left leg, keep it stable. And then allow your right hip to peel off the floor to come into a twist. Extend through your right arm, take your gaze out past your right fingers. You can always bend your right knee. A gentle twist. And inhale to come back up to center. Draw your left knee up and place your right ankle on your left thigh. And find a 4 square stretch. Draw left thigh in as you press your right knee away. And take your breath back into your pelvis and find that subtle rock. Your inhale roots your pubic bone towards the base of your mat. Exhale tones your low belly, lengthens your tailbone, takes you deeper into the stretch. Inhale to release. Let your right leg go long, left foot hook the strap, and send the sole of your foot up to the sky. Hug through your inner thighs, root your pubic bone, and ground through the entire inner line of your right leg. And gently draw your left foot towards your nose and find the stretch. Left hip drops away from you towards the base of your mat. You can even use your left hand to press your hip, your thigh away to create length all through the torso. And with an exhale, reground pubic bone, right thigh, right heel. And inhale, open your left leg out to the left. Each exhale regrounds through the line of your right leg. Each inhale opens it up. Wait for the bottom of your exhale. And then inhale back up through center. Keep your left hip grounded. Take your leg across to the right. Just enough to feel a stretch through the outer line of your leg. Hug through your inner thighs. Root your hips. And with an exhale, let your left hip peel up and open it up into a twist. And take your gaze off to the left. The left leg can stay straight, or you can bend your knee. And connect to core at the bottom of your exhale. Inhale back to center. Draw your right knee in. Drop your left ankle on that knee and draw your right leg into your chest. Left knee presses away. And breathe into the subtle rock in your pelvis. The inhale that lengthens your spine, takes your pubic bone long towards the bottom of your mat. The exhale that tones your low belly, draws your legs in as far towards the chest as feels right to you. Notice how subtle shifts change sensation. And with your eyes closed, release and slowly make your way to your side and slowly up to hands and knees. Ground through your knuckles and your fingertips. Ground through your knees and your toes. And take 3 to 5 rounds of cat-cow here. Inhale to lift your sit bones, your heart, your gaze. Exhale to point your toes, round your spine, pull belly in, chin to chest. Move with your breath. Find the pause at the top of your inhale and the bottom of your exhale. Let this movement be as gentle or as deep as serves your body, your practice. On your next inhale, come to a neutral spine. Root into fingers and toes. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Keep a bend in your knees. Root into your knuckles and fingertips. Send your sit bones high. Broaden your shoulders away from your ears. Soften your heart and let the crown of your head lengthen towards your fingers. Inhale, lift your sit bones, lift your heels. Exhale, let your heels soften towards the floor. Inhale, heels high, sit bones high. Exhale, heels soften. Inhale, high. Exhale, soften. Pause here, find stillness. Ground through your left foot. Inhale your right leg up. Keep your inner thighs hugging together. Extend out through the soles of your feet, hips square. With an exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Move with intention. Let your weight come over your hands. Inhale, extend your foot back. Hips stay square. Press out through your heels. Exhale, with intention, knee to nose. Inhale back. Last one. Exhale, come forward. Pause here. Curl your knee into your chest and then place your foot as far forward as you can on the floor. If you need to, step the foot up a little farther to find your lunge. Rise up onto your fingertips, square your hips, take your tailbone towards your heels, and let your fingertips come to hover. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift your heart, extend your gaze in front of you. Exhale, drop your fingers, round your spine, pull chin to chest. Inhale, extend long, lift up off of your fingers. Exhale, curl in. Once more, inhale, lengthen, and maybe lift through the fingertips. And then drop your hands, drop your back knee, hug your inner thighs, curl your tailbone under, and press down to come up into Anjaneyasana. Inhale, lift your arms or leave them at your knee, your choice. Big breath here. As though you're trying to scissor your inner thighs towards each other. Exhale, lengthen your tailbone, extend the crown of your head tall. On your next exhale, open up in a twist to your right. Take your gaze behind you, past your fingertips. Tailbone keeps curling strongly under as you lengthen the crown of your head to the sky. Feel the anchor through your back leg, the scissor of your inner thighs, even as you bend into your front knee. And then inhale, unwind, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to earth. Step back to plank. Inner thighs lift, heels extend back. Soften your heart, roll your shoulders away from your ears, crown extends forward. Shift your weight forward, coming more towards the tips of your toes, and then come back. Shift your weight forward, and then come back. Drop to your knees. Shift your weight forward as you bend your elbows and slowly make your way to your belly. Point your toes. Lift through your hands. Press your toenails and your tailbone strongly towards the earth. Extend your crown forward. Let your gaze drop towards the top of your mat. And breathe here. Inhale, feel the sides of your body lengthen. Exhale, feel your shoulders roll back. Elbows reach towards your heels. Tailbone strongly lengthens towards your heels. One more breath. And exhale, pillow your cheek on your hands and soften. Let your awareness scan through your body. Notice how you feel in your hips, in your back. Wait for the bottom of an exhale and root through your toenails so that your knees lift away from the mat. Lengthen your tailbone towards your heels. Feel your low belly tone. Inhale, lift your head. And you have two choices. You can come back to where we were, hands hovering by the sides of your chest, or you can reach your hands behind you and clasp your knuckles. Roll your shoulders back and let your knuckles reach towards your heels. So from your hips, tailbone, toenails, everything roots to the earth. The inhale lifts and brightens through the back body. Shoulders roll back. Find a slight bend in your elbows so that your upper arms want to lift towards the sky and your knuckles want to lengthen towards your heels. 2 more breaths. Each exhale lengthens tailbone, roots toenails. And then exhale, release your hands and pillow your opposite cheek. Soften your breath. Soften your skin. Check in with yourself. What does it mean to give your body what it needs? What does it mean to be gentle with yourself? We're so hard on ourselves so much of the time. And wait for the bottom of your exhale. Root your toes, your tailbone, slide your hands alongside your rib cage, fingertips at nipple height. Root to rise. Inhale up into a low cobra. And exhale, rock back to hands and knees. Curl your toes under, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, both heels high, sit bones high. Exhale, feel your heels drop towards the earth, your crown reach towards your hands. Inhale, heels high, hips high. Exhale, heavy heels. Heart softens, crown lengthens. And pause here. Connect through your fingers and your knuckles. Feel your upper arms roll away from your ears, your shoulders move down your back. And exhale to ground through your right leg and inhale your left leg up into a three-legged dog. Square your pelvis, extend through your heels, hug through your inner thighs. On an exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Move as slow as you can. Pull your knee into your chest. Inhale to send your foot back. Hips stay square. Tailbone lengthens, belly tones. Inhale, round in, or exhale, round in. Inhale, extend back. Once more. Pause here for a breath, for a moment, and then step your foot down to the mat as far forward as you can reach, and then make the adjustment to step the foot up. Square your hips. Scissor the inner thighs together as though you're trying to drag feet together. Curl tailbone under. Feel the low belly lift away from your thigh. Fingertips lift away from the floor. Inhale, drop. Exhale, drop your fingers around your spine. Inhale, extend your heart forward. Lengthen out through your heel. Lift your fingertips. And round in. Inhale, lift and extend. Once more, exhale to round. Inhale to extend. And drop your hands, drop your back knee. Hug through your inner thighs, curl your tailbone under and lift yourself high. Feel free, hands can be lifted, one or both hands at the thigh. What is what you need to be where you are in your body? To be gentle, to not push too hard, to be able to hold the integrity of the spine. Lift your toes on your front foot. Scissor as though you're trying to drag heel towards knee. Curl your tailbone under, lift a little higher through your fingertips. And then exhale, twist to your left. Take your gaze back behind you. Hug through your inner thighs, tailbone curled under. Pull through your back hand as though there's a gentle pull on your wrist. Lean into the back of your skull. Find a slight smile. Inhale to unwind. Place your hands down. And step back to plank. Ground through your left hand, through your left foot, and rock over into side plank. So your feet can be side by side. Your top foot can be down for an extra balance, or your bottom knee can be down. Find your version. Don't go right to your edge. Maybe be a little bit more gentle today. Keep lifting through the hips, through your fingers. One more deep, full breath. And exhale. Bring the right hand down and switch to the opposite side. Feet can be side by side, stacked. Top of foot can be bent, sole of the foot on the floor, or the bottom knee can drop. What is your version? Keep the hips lifting. fingertips rooted. Can you find a full, soft breath? And then release, left hand down. Drop your knees and slowly lower to your belly. Pull your heart through. Inhale, find your baby cobra. And exhale, rock back to hands and knees. Curl your toes under, send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here and find whatever movement feels right in your body. Find that deep, slow Ujjayi breath. Notice how your breath feels. Our breath is the voice that tells us when we need to be a little bit more gentle. I invite you to hold to a practice today where you can keep that slow, deep, effortless feeling breath. Even if that means not going quite to your edge. Inhale your right leg up. Keep your hips square, extend through your heels. And exhale, draw knee to nose. Pull your knee into your chest and then place your foot on the floor. The foot doesn't need to be all the way up by the hands because we're going to shift back and come to a shorter stance. Slide your hands up to your hips and make your spine long. Feel free to use blocks or a couch or any props that might serve you here. Shoulders roll away from the earth. Hug through your inner thighs as though you're trying to squeeze them together. Tailbone lengthens, low belly tones. Root to rise all the way up. So find straight legs. Lift your toes on your front foot. Root through the ball of your foot. And spin your knee towards your middle toe. Draw your right hip back. Good. Lengthen your tailbone. Zip up your core as though you're trying to pull the sides of your belly in towards midline. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, sweep your hands behind you. Clasp your knuckles. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your heart. Lift your gaze. And exhale, bow forward. Only as far as serves your body. Keep your spine long. Right hip drawing back and down. One more breath. Exhale, release your hands either to your leg, to a block, or to the floor, and allow your body to curl forward over your front leg. There's a slight twist here as our belly pulls towards the right thigh, as your head or your heart drop towards your right knee. And take a bend in your front knee, place your hands, and step back to plank. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Keep your hips square, extend through your heels. On an exhale, draw knee to nose, curl it in, tone your belly, and then place your foot on the floor. Rock your weight back. Press into your legs. Bring your hands up to your hips and find straight legs. Roll shoulders away from the earth. Tailbone curls towards your heels. Crown lengthens forward. And root to rise all the way up tall. Inhale to lift your arms. Exhale, sweep your hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers, opposite pinky finger on top. Roll your shoulders back. Tailbone lengthens as you lift your heart. And then exhale, bow forward. Keep the spine long to start. Crown lengthens forward. Sit bones lift, even as you tone low belly, tailbone towards your heels. And with an exhale, release your hands either to your thigh, to a block, or to the floor. And allow your belly to turn towards your left thigh and your torso to curl towards your leg. Left hip keeps dropping back. Breathe into the stretch, into that slow, deep Ujjayi breath. See if you can relax and release through your neck. And find a bend in your knee. Place your hands and step back to plank. Your choice, you can move through a Chaturanga Vinyasa or shift directly back to Downward Dog. Or pause for a breath or two in Child's Pose. Listen to your body. And we'll meet in our Downward Dog. And slowly take baby steps. Walk our feet up to our hands back to our feet. For an Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, find lift and length in your spine. And exhale, bow forward over your legs. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Drop your chest to your thighs. Let your torso hang. Let your hips sink deep. Curl your tailbone under and slowly roll yourself up. Let your hands slide up the front surface of your body and then lift with an inhale up over your head. And exhale, hands to heart. Widen your feet and find a bend in your knees. Sit into your squat. On an inhale, root to rise. Exhale, fold halfway. Draw your belly and arms out wide. If your back is sensitive, hands can stay here. Otherwise, inhale, reach your arms over your head. And exhale, hands to the earth. Bend your knees. Release the weight of your head. Curl your tailbone under. Inhale, slowly roll up. Lift your arms and your gaze. And exhale, sit back into your squat. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, fold halfway. Inhale, arms reach. Tone through your belly. Exhale, hands to earth. Deep bend in your knees. Release your head and neck. Inhale to roll it up. Press into the back of your skull. Lift through your arms, your gaze. And exhale, sit. Good. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold arms in a T. Inhale, extend through your arms, root back through your sit bones. Exhale, hands to earth. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, sit. Drop your hands to your thighs. Curl left shoulder towards right knee. Inhale through center. Curl right shoulder towards left knee. Inhale to center. Once more, each side. How you doing? You okay? Pause in the center, tailbone roots to the earth as you rise. Hands to heart. Step your feet together. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, peel your heart open, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach. Grasp your right wrist and arch to your left. Inhale, center. And switch sides. Exhale to your right. Move with your breath once more. Ground hips to heels to earth. Lift the sides of your body, your fingers. Inhale to center. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale up halfway. And exhale, step back to plank. With knees lifted or on the earth, slowly lower down. Inhale, roll up. Cobra or upward dog. And exhale back. Downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it forward into your lunge. Drop your back heel and rise up for warrior one. Hug through your legs. Find the scissor at your inner thighs. Curl your tailbone to the earth and lift your fingertips, your crown to the sky. One more big breath. And open up into your twist. Arms open wide, gaze follows back towards your right fingertips. Find a gentle pull as though someone was pulling on your right hand, drawing shoulders over hips. Tailbone curls under, deep in the bend in your front knee. Inhale, unwind, come back to center. Straighten your front leg. Maybe shorten your stance slightly. And if you have a block or something that brings the floor closer to you, bring it handy. With an exhale, fold forward, extending through your fingertips. Drop your right hip back. And take left hand to your block or the earth or your leg, right hand to your hip, and begin to twist open. Right hand can stay at your hip or it can extend to the sky. You might want to just repeat the series on your back if you think that would feel good to you. And then exhale, release down. Step back to plank. And move through your version of chaturanga, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Does laying down hurt you? You're just frustrated? If you want to lay down and put your knees over the bolster, that might feel nice. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it forward into your lunge. Drop your back heel and inhale up for warrior one. Hug through the inner line of your legs, the inner line of your arms. Tailbone drops towards the earth, crown and fingertips to the sky. Feel the anchor through your back leg. Anchoring into your breath. Soften your skin and feel the deep, full Ujjayi breath. And from this place of attention, create your twist over to the left. Feel the anchor through your left arm as though someone were gently drawing back. Curl your tailbone under and deepen your bend in your front knee. Find the full, soft breath. Find the ease within the effort. And then inhale, come back to center. Straighten your front leg. Maybe shorten your stance and or find any props that you might want. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to hinge. Come to a long spine. Drop your left hip back. Reach your fingertips, your crown forward. And then right hand drops to the block, left hand to your hip. Pull your left hip back and open your heart for the twist. Roll your shoulder back and or reach your hand up to the sky. Your gaze can be straight ahead. You can drop it to the floor or lift up towards your fingers. Deep, full breaths. And exhale. Drop your left hand back to the mat. Bend your front knee and step back to plank. Once again, find your version of chaturanga and we'll meet in downward facing dog. And take your gaze up towards your hands, bend your knees, and step, walk, or jump. Feet together between your hands. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, release down. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. You can bring your strap with you because you're going to need it. Exhale, hands to heart. So grab your strap. And we'll hook the strap over our right foot. And bring the strap along the inner edge of your leg. And then find your balance. Feel free to use something for balance here to come to a wall or a piece of furniture. If you're feeling really flexible, you can also just skip the strap and grab onto your foot. All right? And then extend your foot out in front of you. With your left hand at your thigh, encourage your thigh to draw back. And then drop your right hip towards the mat and lift through your heart, through your spine. Pull your toes in towards your nose and soften the stretch and open your leg out to the right. Maybe extend your left arm. Maybe take your gaze out past your left fingers. And then come back to center. Hold your strap in your left hand and extend your right arm back behind you. Lift from your low belly, turn your belly open to the right, and maybe take your gaze back towards your right fingertips. Come back to center. Release your strap. Can you keep your leg lifted for another 2 breaths? Maybe. Oh my goodness. Release your leg and shake it out.